Show them what you got there.
And we got a little baby chick.
So we got 8 of these guys. We got 2.
No, we got 8 total.
We got
That's
2 cinnamon
Nugget.
reds.
That's Nugget.
Is that Nugget?
Cinnamon Queens.
Cinnamon Queens. And we got, what, 4 bar hams, Bodie? And then we got, I can't remember the other 2, bar rocks.
No.
So anyways, in looking at what we're gonna do for our chicken coop site, we wanted an area that was kind of shaded by the trees. We aren't gonna cover it initially, the area that they're gonna be kind of grazing. And so we thought the trees might protect them from any type of birds of prey or whatnot. All right, so building this coop, it's gonna be pretty basic. We're gonna use just 4 of these little pylons here. We're going to use basic untreated Doug fir, and then we're going to treat the areas that are actually in contact with the concrete. All right, so right now we're laying out the pylons, and we're going to get them level. This is what's going to turn into our basically outer rim joists.
Here's how you catch it. Then you turn it, and you do the backhand, but then it goes.
All right, good job, fellas. Just set it right there on top. And then match the corners up. Watch them fingies.
I'll take care of it, thank you. I'll take care of it, thank you.
All right, guys, here we are back out on the coop. What are we doing today, boys?
We're gonna add the door and try to get as much of the walls on it as we can.
Okay, good. All right, so we're just gonna lay this out, kind of a standard 16. First thing we did is we centered our door. It is, what was it, Bodie, 26.5 inches?
Sure.
So we got that centered, and then we're just gonna lay it out on a kind of standard 16-inch center little stud layout. It makes it easier when you nail on your siding so you know how far it is. So you just go 16.25
We got
inch.
2 walls up, and we're working on leveling things out. Just nailing the second wall.
Well, as you can see, it's almost time to go to baseball games for the afternoon. But we're putting up the second wall here.
Okay, so today we're gonna change the chick's litter, and so we turn this off because it's pretty hot in the barn right now. And we're gonna put them in here and then change the litter and then put them in a different box.
So as we're putting the walls up, we got a few walls up. This wall right here, we're gonna actually stick frame in, as you can see. So just putting studs up individually rather than building the whole wall. Then we're gonna put the roof pitch on.
Most of it framed up, and we just started building the egg box.
How tall are these egg boxes gonna be?
16 inches.
All right, so here's Bodie. He is building the studs that are gonna be for the egg boxes here. So he's marking on about 14 inches from square to the short point, and then he's going to 29 degrees because that's the pitch of our roof, and making a mark. All right, so we got most of it framed out. This is going to be where each of the lane boxes is going to be. Bodie's over here marking out the little center dividers of each lane box. we're getting our first sheet of siding up. All right, so here's where our door is gonna go. Rather than cutting the plywood prior to hanging it, we just hung it up and then we're gonna cut it in place. Put these little nails in the bottom. I already pulled this one, goes through, and then we're able to chalk line the outside so we know where to cut. All right, so we got one side of the roof up and we framed out the chicken box. So now I'll show you how we built this side of the roof. Each of these rafters are 24 inches across because that's the width of each of the sheets of metal roofing. And we also had to build these little eaves right here, which I'll show you how. All right, so we're gonna have to cut that outer rafter out along the wall. So the best way to size up how deep we're gonna go is just to line it up with this outer joist. So now we have the eaves up here. What's that?
A little bit harder because the chicks are older.
Oh, to change their litter?
Yeah,
They're getting a little bigger?
older.
All right. So here we have our little eaves popped up, and those will just support the overhang that comes off onto the side here. All right, so we're using these sheet to framing screws that have the little rubber seal on them that'll seal the roof in. Once it's screwed in, pretty standard little 24-inch kind of overlap sheet metal roofing. So basically just gonna throw it up here. And if we lined our measurements up correctly, they should line up just like that.
Hi guys, today we're working on the egg laying boxes. So we made this one, and then we're gonna put a little lock right here so it could keep it up and then the eggs.
Excellent. Probably reinforce it a tiny bit.
Door. Look, if you open it, look, there's a lock, and if you open it, there's the chicken coop.
That's right. Open it up. Let's see how it turned out. All right. We got the little perch for them, the window. We're all set. All right, so the last thing we did is made this little chicken door that can be opened in the morning. Show them, Westy. It's a little pulley and door. And here come the girls. And they can kind of graze and enjoy the sun. When we get back in here, we just have this little door that we put in here so we can access going back out of the run. That's about it.